What's up, people? It's the Train 2010 here today with some more Black Ops 3. This is the beta from like back a while ago. It's the only footage that I had on my drives and stuff. So sorry about that. Probably gonna go and record some more of this when I get a chance to. But for now, this is some beta footage. Anyway, so I wanted to make a video because I haven't made a Call of Duty video in a while. This is a Call of Duty channel, so I decided why not go and talk about some Awakening for Xbox One. And then I realized that there is not an exact release date besides early March for Awakening coming to Xbox One. So I decided, you know what, let's go and do something that I meant to do a while ago, but I did not have the chance to. And then I realized that was also that. So I am doing something that I've been wanting to do for an even longer time. Let's talk about the Frankenstein Call of Duty. The Call of Duty of all Call of Duties. The combination of multiple features from a Call of Duty put into one big Call of Duty that everyone would love. Well, not everyone, but like that has the main points of what people want to play. To start off with this, I want to throw off my personal preference is a revolver. We have not got a proper revolver type pistol in a Call of Duty game since, I believe, Ghost, and even then it was different from the past Call of Duties. So even then, let's go back all the way to Modern Warfare 3. That's the last time we got a proper revolver, and personally I love revolvers. I just want them to come back. Oh my gosh. And that's why I'm saying that. But now to more important stuff. So let's talk about knifing. So knifing in the Black Ops 3 is, of course, new to the point of you have to hit them twice in the front to take them down, or once in the back to take them down. And you also do not have a knife. You hit them with the butt of your gun, and you have to get a combat knife to be able to, one-hit knife and everything. And I don't really know how I feel about that. I actually thought, like, sometimes it's like, oh man, this is really good, and sometimes it's just like, and so I'm kind of thinking that I would like the one-hit knife back, which is maybe weird. It's like, what? No one-hit knife. That's like, it's just ready for, what do they used to call them? For like scare knives. So you just like run around a corner and just see someone and just knife. And that came to thought, yeah, but at the same time, it's been a bit different in the recent Call of Duties, considering that the recent Call of Duties have had way less knife lunge than in the older Call of Duties. Been playing a bit of World at War recently on the PC, and noticed that there is an insane amount of lunge, and there's not even like commando or anything. Like commando and just the extreme lunge was just crazy. And now there's basically almost no more lunge in games. And I was thinking, for number one, that's pretty good. Number two, this also adds to the realistic factor, if you want that in a game. Ghost did it well. And when I say Ghost did it well, because I know you already are groaning, I hear you all. Ghost did knifing, in my opinion, pretty well, as it took a long time to knife. You had to jam it into their throat and then take it out before you were able to pick up your gun or do anything else after that. And if you wanted to knife, you had to be skillful about it. If you knifed, then you know you'd be vulnerable for like a few seconds longer than in any other game, instead of just a swipe, while also making it not seem like, I knifed them in the foot. Let's go to the next thing, which is like the color maps need to be a thing. Black Ops 3 did a really good job with color maps. Grit is also something that I would prefer. Like, you can't have it like just the game be a carnival, but at the same time, color is great. Color is a great thing. We love color. We don't want another Modern Warfare 3 worth of color. That was, no. Swimming is another good thing. There's some movements, and I'm not going to talk about much about movements right now until like the end. But all I know is swimming is a pretty good thing. Swimming needs to be in every Call of Duty from now on. They had it in Advanced Warfare. They improved it in Black Ops 3. Swimming is amazing and needs to stay. Sorry. So leaning is another thing that needs to come back. That was also in Ghost. People like to throw Ghost to the wayside, but Ghost did have some things that were not that bad. One of them was leaning. Leaning makes me feel more a part of the game when I'm able to do that, because you see it in like the single player, you see it, people just leaning about and everything, and I think that it makes you feel more into the game, and also is a tactic that can be used. It's like, maybe someone's coming around this corner, I might just peek and see, maybe not. I don't have to go all the way out and expose myself, and so that's pretty cool. You know, also you can see shadows and feet in the game now, like your own feet in Black Ops 3, and so that helps, and it's going to be in the future Call of Duties, I'm pretty sure. And so yeah, next thing I want to talk about is something that has not that's only been in odd number of games, if you know what I mean. Support, combat, and specialist streaks. I really like the support, combat, specialist streaks that are in Infinity Ward's games. It gives you like a diverse settings, it gives you a diverse playstyle, and a lot of people, like a good amount of people, don't like the support streaks. And I understand that, because some of the support streaks really aren't that supportish. They're more just, oh, it's really high, but like you can get some kills, and just like, anyway. And so I really like those three. They are really good. Like, you got your UAV and either or, and then you got like just all the things. But like, I feel like with a newer Call of Duty, you should be able to mix and match support and combat streaks in a way, like not like in a really overpowered way. I mean, more in like a like way where he's like, oh, if I wanted to get a SAM turret, then I can get a SAM turret without having to switch to a whole nother kill streak category. And I don't know if it could work. Maybe even specialists, like you have one of each just roaming around with one of each kind of streak, which is crazy. With that being said, these next three are going to be about kill streaks and everything, score streaks, whatever they are. Score streaks, I feel like, are the best, since it rewards you off of, you know, points and stuff. And the next thing we should talk about is customizable streaks. Wow, that was in Advanced Warfare, and because of, again, Advanced Warfare isn't highly talked about anymore, and kind of didn't really get much likes due to like the way you understand if you played it. Customizable streaks were really good. It added a bunch of variety into the game. You can change your score streaks up to whatever you wanted it to be. You didn't have to go and spend extra for features that you did not need. I want to put this simply as the missiles. It's like, oh, I can have like spiral missiles if I wanted to, or I could have the tracking, or I could just go bare and it doesn't even matter. And with that, I could actually create like almost every single kill streak from any Call of Duty with the customizable kill streaks in Advanced Warfare, and therefore it's like, it's amazing. There's no limit. And with that, I feel like it needs to come back. Another thing is we need to add streaks back to creator class. Like, keep creator class at 13, add streaks to it, and just go wild, because some people don't run with streaks. There's times in Black Ops 3 where it's like, I really don't want to run with any streaks and instead use the points for something else, but I cannot do that because there is no way for me to actually do that. So that is a thing. I think people liked it. I'm not sure how people felt in the community about it, but I feel like it wasn't something that was looked down upon about having it in your creator class spot, unless you really needed all those 13 points for everything that you're trying to do. Paint shop / emblems, they are good. They've been good ever since Trek has been doing it, and they just keep getting better. And just every year, it's something new, something great, more and more layers and stuff that we can possibly do, and we should just keep that, you know, going. Gun creation is something in Black Ops 3, and it's pretty cool. And I really appreciate how the gun creation is. It gives you like the ability to just change the style, just name your gun. You can't really see it being like killed by other people, which is like, I guess that's pretty okay, but like, it's still pretty good. Another thing that has not been in has not been Call of Duty since Ghost, and I feel like this should be more of a thing because it was really popular back then. And it's just like Levolution, oh my gosh, Levolution, 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 and it's just like I feel like that needs to come back. Ghost had it pretty okay, I guess I can say. There's some things that could have been improved, but like Levolution was pretty good. Like the way that Battlefield 4 has it set up, and even Battlefield Hardline has it set up, Levolution was amazing. I seen when it was playing on like Combine or like Evac, no, not Combine, I think, and it's like in the beta I'm like, oh my gosh, there's this dust storm just looming in the back, and this is probably like when in the full game comes out, the dust storm's probably gonna come and just like blow in the map, and like the visibility's gonna be low and it's gonna be amazing, and it just doesn't happen. And I find that really interesting. Even Advanced Warfare had some evolution where in that one map, it was like volcanic rock, and like halfway through the map, you had to change the entire map. You had to go to a smaller version of the map because the volcano that you're on became active. And like that was crazy. So another thing is like a wide variety of scopes is needed. Black Ops 3 kind of disappointed me with its selection of some scopes. You could put almost any attachments onto any gun, which is amazing, and that should be in game. But it's like, well, there's not as many scopes as there was in like back in some of the old days. You couldn't really have like, oh, I want this red dot or this red dot. It's like I got a floating red dot and then got the other red dot. It's just like, and then it's like for sniper rifles, why no variable zoom? I know you're trying to like kill quickscoping, which that's also something I disagree with, but different story. And it's just like, why? Don't limit the game. Character customization and create a class and story, don't really need to go over that. It's been Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and it's working. Keep it. The end game, like not end game, but like more like high up kill streak bomb. That's pretty good. Like there's some people who can go for that and like just wreck. And I know that it sometimes it encourages camping, but sometimes, like a lot of people are able to get it by like fortifying a position. It's less camping and more fortifying, but I guess you don't really go much for objectives. I feel like it should be included somehow in objectives to where I could say keep it and everyone will be happy, because there are some people that can definitely pull off a nice kill streak. So surprisingly, there are actually some people who prefer Spec Ops over zombies, and I don't want to say get rid of Spec Ops, and I don't want to say get rid of zombies. So what would the best thing to be able to do? Keep them both, because there's some people's like, oh, let me get all the achievements, let me play all the missions, I want to be a completionist about it. And there's some people who's just like, I don't even like Call of Duty, I just want to play the zombies. So that would be cool if we could have them both. Like Advanced Warfare had them both, but let's be honest here. So another type thing is, let's have COD points back. And I don't mean those things that I'm never going to be able to buy, and I'm never going to be able to get an Iron Gem or one of the new pistols from. Thanks, Black Ops 3, Treyarch. But COD points as in COD points from Black Ops 1. Yeah, Treyarch, you should have did that instead. And so COD points, if you haven't played Black Ops 1, COD points were a type of thing where it's like you get it from leveling up, you get it from doing bounties, I'll get to in a sec, and you were able to spend them on weapons. And was it customization? And could have been customization, but customization wasn't so big back then. You was able to spend it on like weapons and just what you wanted to do for your classes. And it was pretty fun and pretty amazing, and it made party games what party games are today. They were fun, they were amazing. You can go into a wager match and go to the little small wager and just like, oh, I want to bet like 100 COD points, and you know, just have a little fun time in a party game. Or you can go all out, White Boy 7th Street, big roller, 30K, boom, spend all of your COD points and just gamble away playing a really fun match, a really high intensive match. And like COD points were just pretty good, and I don't know if I don't want to, like we should have just the unlock system. I don't know if we should have the unlock point where you have to spend 1 point on a weapon, but COD points were also pretty good, and it should be a factor when thinking about if it, like in the next game, or if we want to have like a big game. Ugh. And as I mentioned a couple seconds ago, bounties. If you haven't played Black Ops 1, bounties were these things that came out. I think some of them were like daily, or like a few daily, and some of them I think were weekly. I'm not sure about that. But they were these missions that you can take upon yourself to get, and you could say, yeah, I want to take this mission, or no, I don't want to take this mission, or whatever. And it's kind of like the daily missions, or like weekly missions from the recent Call of Duties, but like you would get COD points or experience, or COD points and experience depending on the difficulty and the like severity of the bounty, and it was a pretty cool thing to go for. I always went for them. I think a bunch of other people went for them too until you hit like top prestige when you didn't really need to anymore. And they were pretty good. They should be added back to the game. I have no idea why they're not here. And I'm trying to hurry up and not ramble on too much longer. And with that, I guess, rambling not too much on longer, we get to the final thing that I didn't really want to talk about until the end. Past, present, or future. I don't really know what to say about this. Everyone has their own preference in this. I don't have a preference in this, to be honest. I could, like, World at War is not my main go-to setting when I think of a first-person shooter. But a lot of people want to go back to this World at War setting. The World War II setting. And with Battlefield, the next Battlefield being, you know, saying, "Ooh, this might be a World War I game," which I don't think it is, but like different story, different video. And just everyone just wants the old things back. Then there's people who do not want the old back, but do not want to stay in this futuristic setting. Who wants the modern series, the present, the right now, this everything to be normal. And then there's these people, which, as you've seen first-person shooters lately, that love the kind of just the future type things. It's like, oh, there's thrusters and there's sliding, like super zooms and just amazing things, and then you have like all this type of ability that's like new. It's almost like magic almost, because you can make up anything in the future, and it's like almost all of it's just up to you, and it's just, I don't know what I want it to be. It's amazing. Any of them, to be honest. And it's just that I have no idea what I want it to be. We may get a Modern Warfare 4 this year. We may get a Ghost 2. Modern Warfare 4 could potentially have futuristic things, and there has been, as rumored, and again rumored, Ghost 2, they say, are trying to be ambitious. And if you played Ghost 1, you know Ghost 1 is taking place in the future, but in the present, like Star Wars. And with that, I think that's pretty much it. So, futuristic, whatever, revolvers and crazy things. What would you want your Frankenstein Call of Duty to be? These are just my thoughts. And with that, I guess I'll talk to you all later. If you like the video, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more of this rambling, the let's talk type videos and everything else like that. And I'll talk to you all later. Maybe the next type first-person shooter thing will be some Battlefield Frankenstein. Wink, wink.